Hi there, everybody. Jason here. I thought I'd do a review of a system for you here with some games for a system that not everybody has. Maybe even some people haven't heard of, but I'm sure most people have heard of the Atari Jaguar system. I picked up this system actually about 5 years ago for $200. It came with 13 box games, a system all box, which is a pretty good deal because this system is starting to go up in price. I guess over the last few years, most games are going at least. Most of the common to uncommon games going anywhere from $20 to $60. So if you're interested in dropping money on the system, I finally got around to playing some of the games this year because I got so many games to play. I thought, 5 years is long enough to wait. Is the Atari Jaguar worth your money? I think so. I think picking up a loose system, you could probably pick up a loose system for under $100 and loose games for a decent price. It's pretty cool. It's the last system that Atari made, so it's nice to have a little piece of history. Atari was king way back in the day. So I picked out 10 games to play. I actually have 40 games to try. I just picked out 10 random games that I always heard were good, games I wanted to try. Sometimes even pick out a game that I hear is bad just to see how bad it is. So I'm going to start from the top here, from the games that I picked out to play. And this first one here, Alien vs. Predator, is kind of like what some people consider the killer app for the system, or the game that was supposed to help sell the system. You know what? It's hit or miss. I've seen with reviews, either people really like it or they don't like it that much, and I kind of fall on the not like it as much side. The graphics are really choppy animation. There's no music while you play. The gameplay, the hit detection's not good. And you can play as the Alien, the Predator. I tried all three, and playing as the Marine is really the only kind of fun way to play, at least that I thought. And, I don't think it's worth the $50 it's going for. There's much better first-person shooters to play, but you might be on the side that likes it. So if you want to drop that kind of money and give it a try, there you go. Another game I tried was Defender 2000. This is you can play the original game on here, and then they got the remake. This game, I think, is kind of scarce, so it probably goes around the $40 mark, at least boxed, and my prices could be way off. The prices just change constantly. Defender 2000, not the best remake in the world. The controls are very twitchy, and in the game you get these little fighter planes that help you out. In fact, they do all the work. All you gotta do is fly around. They do all the shooting and rescuing of people. It still wasn't bad, but I don't know if it's worth the money. Here's Double Dragon. Now, I wanted to try a fighting game, so I thought I'd try this one. And I know this game is out for the Genesis and probably for a couple other systems. Do not spend the money on this game, okay? I'm not a fighting game expert by any means, but that was not a whole lot of fun. All I did to pass it, I passed the game. I just did the foot sweep to everybody and just ended up killing the end boss. And characters aren't that good, music's not that good, the graphics aren't that good. I don't think it's worth the money. Now here's a good game, Flip Out. This is a puzzle game where you flip tiles and match colors, and it starts off like a lot of puzzle games. Starts off easy, but it gets a lot more difficult. This is on your cheaper end. This you could probably pick up for about 20 bucks, and it's fun. I haven't really played a puzzle game like it. It's got little like claymation characters and everything. The music's cool, the graphics are cool, and that's not a bad game to play. Another game I tried here was a Power Drive Rally, which of course is a rally racing game with a bunch of different styles. Sometimes you're racing against the clock, sometimes you're doing like an obstacle course or testing your skills. It's pretty cool, pretty good graphics. I enjoyed it. I'm not sure what this is going for. I think this is about a $30, $40 game. It's not bad to show off what the Atari Jaguar could do. And it might be worth your time and money. Then I tried out Rayman. Now Rayman is a beautiful game with great controls. The music's really good. I did enjoy it, but boy, this game is difficult. It will test your patience. You're going to miss a few jumps here and there, not by controls, just by difficulty. And there's not a lot of checkpoints. This is a game that's actually probably running closer to the $50 scale, I think. If you like platforms and you don't mind a nice challenge, that might be worth your money. Then there's a couple pinball games. So I tried this Ruiner Pinball, which is actually two different pinball tables on here. One is like a 60s, 70s nuclear war theme, and the other one is hell. Definitely not as good as like Devil's Crush or Alien Crush for the TurboGrafx 16, but it wasn't bad. And this is definitely on the cheaper end too. You should be able to pick this up for under 20 bucks. One of the best games for the system. If you're going to get Atari Jaguar, you should get Super Burnout. Now this game is, I'm not the greatest with bike racing games, or there's really not any other than the Road Rash series that I really ever liked, but this was a lot of fun. The sense of speed, the frame rate, the controls, the graphics are fantastic. This is a great game to show off what the Atari Jaguar could have done if it had a better chance and better games for it. This is worth your money. This, I'm not sure, probably around 30 to 40 bucks, but that's a great racing game. One of the best known games for the system is Tempest 2000. Now this is better than the Defender 2000. This I had a lot of fun with the lights off and the music real loud and so much going on screen and everything. You can actually play the original Tempest as well. This game goes a little bit higher, probably around the $40–50 mark. There's a lot of copies. It's not rare, but it's a fun game, and this is one to own if you pick up a Jaguar. And then probably my favorite one of all was Wolfenstein 3D. I remember when this came out on the computer way back in the day, and I never really played it, but I saw people playing it. So this is the first time I really ever played it, and I saw it all the way to the end. I had to kill Hitler at the end. It's a lot of fun. This has got music while you're playing, which the Alien vs. Predator does not. This is faster paced. The map system is better than an Alien vs. Predator. So if you want to get a first-person shooter game, I would go with this over Alien vs. Predator. It's cheaper too. This will probably run you only around $30 or so. Again, I'm sorry if I'm way off with the prices. They change constantly. And then I picked out 2 games to play for the Jaguar CD, which I actually got a few years ago. And I had 10 games to choose from, so I just picked 2 of them. And one of them, which this is also a cartridge release for the system, is Hover Strike. And I actually ended up really liking this game. I thought I didn't think I was going to like it all that much, but I thought I'd give it a try once you get used to the controls and everything. It's actually not a bad game at all to have for your Jaguar CD. And make sure if you pick up a Jaguar CD, check it out, make sure it works right away, because I know that some of them have problems. But this is actually cheaper than the cartridge form, so if you get a Jaguar CD, you want to try this out. This one shouldn't run you more than maybe $15 for that. And then the last one I tried, which is Vid Grid, which is really not much of a game. It's just a puzzle game where you just match it's a mix-up of the picture, and you got to sort it back up, and it's of rock videos from back in the MTV days, and a few of the songs and videos, it's kind of cool to see those again, but you could just download all that stuff nowadays and watch whatever video you want, so you really don't need something like this. And cheap game. I mean, it's got No More Tears by Ozzy Osbourne and a bunch of other good songs on there. And it's not the best game in the world, but cheap, so those are the games I played. So in my experience of just playing 12 out of the, well, if you count Sega or the Jaguar CD games, close to 50 games, I would recommend most of them. The only ones I didn't really care for was the Double Dragon, and Alien vs. Predator is not all that it's made out to be, at least in my opinion. I think it's good to get this system now before it starts going up in price. It's kind of like the TurboGrafx 16. People are starting to figure out that this is not all that bad of a system with not all that bad of a game. So I got a lot more games to try. Right now I'm playing some old Genesis games, and eventually I'll get back and try some more of the Atari Jaguar games. But I enjoyed it, and if you like collecting and you don't have it yet, I would get it now before it gets more expensive. So thanks for watching, and leave any comments. Thanks.